Jasmine and I'm a senior here at Decatur, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our AP Physics course, some things that helped me be the most successful, and some things that I wish I knew before getting into the class. So let's just get into it. Something that helped me be the most successful or relatively successful in AP Physics was looking at outside resources outside of class. So with AP Physics, it's a very lab-heavy science, as are all AP sciences really. So most of the time you'll be spending your class time doing labs, creating sets for your labs, recording your labs so that you can write your reports after class. So one thing that really helped me engage with the subject material more, especially after the COVID outbreak and after we were all doing classes from home, was looking at outside resources like AP Classroom videos and Khan Academy. So what's really nice about, doing videos outside of class is that you can pause and go back and take the notes, because for me, AP Physics was really difficult. I had a strong math background, but a lot of times it was hard for me to wrap my head around some of the concepts. So it was really nice for me to go back to videos on Khan Academy and AP Classroom and just be able to rewind the parts that I didn't understand until I understood it. Because, I don't know, AP Physics tends to be a really difficult class, especially if you haven't taken a regular physics class before. So I would really recommend looking at those outside resources to help you succeed more on your exam. So in my experience, the most challenging part of this class was definitely visualizing like the different things that we were doing. We drew a lot of pictures and a lot of diagrams, but sometimes the concepts were just really hard to wrap my head around, because when I would imagine something happening like a ball flying through the air, it would be hard for me to visualize the amount of force going behind the ball, the time that the ball was taking to hit the ground. I could do it on paper, but I didn't really understand what it looked like. So one thing that helped me a lot was definitely the labs, really observing how friction and the other forces acting on those objects helped, as well as taking those lab concepts and applying them in my own studies. So I would really recommend, if you're going to take AP Physics, make sure you know that it's super helpful to allot like an hour to 2 hours every day. You have that class to just go over what you learned and really understand the concepts, because once you understand the main concepts, it's really easy to just apply them to whatever questions you get asked on your tests, and that really helps you succeed.
We have AP Physics 1 taught by Mrs. Bay, and in terms of how many hours outside of class students should be spending studying, Ms. Bay suggests 3 to 5 hours of outside study time doing practice, as well as writing and conducting labs, reading, watching instructional videos to help build concepts, as well as the fact that this course requires dedication and commitment, so it is important that you ask questions whenever you have them. In terms of how much outside work students should be doing in order to prepare for the exam, Ms. Bay suggests that when you are keeping up with your daily and weekly work, you don't need to spend tons of extra time practicing, but when you get closer to the exam, you will be taking practices in class, and there will be resources to help you in preparations for the exam in May. Anything you do beyond class time is going to help, and the more you practice, the better you will be.
Okay, hi, I'm Alyssa. I am currently a junior here at Decatur, and I'm going to be explaining our AP Chem class, who teaches it how to be successful, things like that. So AP Chem is just really similar to normal chemistry. It goes into a more in-depth look at the principles and standards, just like your average AP class. It's a great class if you want to go into the science or medical field. It looks great on college applications because it is an AP class, but you don't, especially if you do get on the AP test, but you don't have to do well to pass the class. They're like unrelated. And then as to who teaches it, I have Mr. Klein as my teacher, and I'm 99% sure he's like the only AP Chem teacher, but he's an awesome teacher, genuinely one of the best in Decatur. Obviously being online, we don't get to do the really cool experiments we normally get to do, but it's still a really fun class. content-wise, we go through everything from how molecules react with each other, in-depth stuff with periodic table, and how different acids and bases react with each other. And that's just like 3 weeks of the course. And I know that sounds like a lot, but because I'm taking it when we're online, we have to move at a much quicker pace because like we have shortened time. So I don't really know how it would pan out in a normal year, but I assume it would be more spread out, especially with all the experiments you guys would get to do. Klein always talks about the experiments and shows us videos from in the past. Obviously being online, we don't get to do them that much, but he still does them for us in his basement. So yeah, how I'm successful, I just take notes every day. He goes through a lot of PowerPoints, so if that's like your learning style, highly recommend it. But it's not just PowerPoints, there's videos. Obviously in person it'd be a lot more experiments. Yeah, and he genuinely wants you to pass, and I think that's a really cool attribute. Yeah, he's a really good guy. So that's AP Chem. I highly recommend you take it. It's one of the best AP classes at Decatur. Not too much of an AP, rigorous course. So yeah.
Next, we have AP Chemistry taught by Mr. Klein. As far as how many hours a day students should be spending on their own time studying for this class, Mr. Klein suggests about 30 or more minutes depending on the student. And as far as outside work that you should be doing outside of class obligations in preparation for the AP exam, Mr. Klein says about an hour a week depending on the student as well. As far as any recommendations he has for this class, he suggests study guides such as Barron's, or just relying on the student, on the school resources provided for the students, because some outside resources may cost money. As far as some skills that students need in order to be successful for this class, Mr. Klein suggests that students need to be steady and do consistent and constant work, to not allow themselves to get behind, as well as having math skills, because math is an essential part of some parts of the class. One piece of advice that Mr. Klein has for students taking this course, as well as any other AP course, is to be open to learning, but also ready to be challenged. Be ready to build a lifetime of learning as a joy and advantage.
My name is Casey Haven. I am a senior at Decatur, and I'm here to talk about AP 3D and Design Art. I took AP 3D and Design Art last year, and the teacher is Miss Hess, and Miss Hess is awesome. She's a great teacher. She's so fun. But AP 3D and Design Art is completely independent. So if you've taken Pottery 1, you know that Miss Hess will help guide you on what projects to make, and then you just put your own little twist on it. But with this class, you come up with whatever you want to make, whether that be a box or a whole garden out of whatever you want to make. So it doesn't just have to be out of clay either. It can be out of wire, it can be out of cardboard, it can be out of anything, even clay if you want. But if you're looking for a challenge, I fully recommend this class, and I loved it.
Hello! So unfortunately we were not able to get any teacher responses for both AP 2D Art and AP 3D Art, but there is a little bit of a course description on College Board that I can read off really quickly. So AP 2D Art is an introductory college-level two-dimensional design course. Students refine and apply skills and ideas they develop throughout the course to produce two-dimensional art and design. Now for AP 3D Art. AP 3D Art and Design is an introductory college-level three-dimensional design course. Students refine and apply skills and ideas they develop throughout the course to produce three-dimensional art and design. So as you can see, the classes are a little bit similar, but there is some distinction in terms of the artwork that you do. And since the classes are pretty similar, that means that the course content and the skills needed for both classes are also the same. Okay. For the course content, the AP Art and Design course framework is composed of course skills, big ideas, and essential questions and enduring understandings, learning objectives, and essential knowledge. AP Art and Design skill categories delineate overarching understandings central to the study and practice of art and design. Each of the 3 skill categories consists of skills that encompass foundational to advanced learning over the span of the course. Students need to develop, practice, and apply these skills in a variety of contexts. Both the AP 3D Art and AP 2D Art course design framework is made up of 3 big ideas. As always, you have the flexibility to organize the course content as you like. Big Idea 1 is to investigate materials, processes, and ideas. Big Idea 2 is make art and design, and Big Idea 3 is present art and design. For course skills, the AP Art and Design framework included in the course and exam description outlines distinct skills that students should practice throughout the year. So some of those skills would be skill number 1, inquiry and investigation, and you could do this through investigating materials, processes, and ideas. Skill number 2 is making through practice, experimentation, and revision, and you can do this through making works of art and design by practicing, experimenting, and revising. Skill number 3 is communication and reflection, and you can do this through communicating ideas about art and design.